Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to guide you how one should apply for UAE corporate tax registration. By the end of this video, you will understand number 1, who all should register for UAE corporate tax. Number 2, what are the documents you should keep ready before doing registration. And number 3, what are the 5 steps one should follow in the process of registration. I am Manu with you. What I do is simplifying tax for you. Welcome to Emirates Chartered Accountants Group, ECAG. Every taxable person should do the registration under corporate tax. However, as of now, that is 23rd January 2023, the online portal is opened only for public and private companies registered in the UAE. The registration for the corporate tax is also done in the Emirates tax online platform, same as for VAT. If you are a VAT registered entity, you would have already registered the login ID and the password and can use the same. Otherwise, you can sign up as a new registrant. Once you log in, the list of taxable persons will be displayed on the screen as shown here. Hence, the names of all your companies will be displayed on the screen as shown: company B, company A, company 1, etc. here. In case if you missed out any one of your companies to add as a taxable person, now you can use the button as shown here as create and press there, and then you can add the taxable person. N number of taxable persons can be added there. On the dashboard, you can see the list of the taxable persons. Once you click any one of the taxable persons on the dashboard, we click with a view option, then you can get a dashboard which is showing Emirates taxable persons dashboard. In this dashboard, for each taxable persons, you can see value added tax, tax group, excise tax, warehouse keeper, and the fifth one is the corporate tax registration. By clicking this button only, you will be able to get an access for corporate tax registration. Now on the screen, you can see what are the documents you should keep ready before proceeding for corporate tax registration. As of now, the registration is opened only for the legal person which are UAE registered companies which are private or public sector. So you have to keep ready 2 documents before starting the registration. Number 1, the Emirates ID or passport copy of the authorized signatory of the company. Number 2, the supporting documents or proof of the power, that is the authorization, that is either memorandum or the power of attorney of the authorized person. These are the 2 documents you should keep ready. I am sure by now you are ready for tax registration. So once you are ready, then click the start button. Once you start the registration, you will be able to see the screen wherein the 5 steps to be followed for completing the registration. What are the 5 steps? Number 1, entity details. Number 2, identification details. Number 3, contact details. Number 4, authorized signatory. Number 5, review and declaration. Once you start the registration, you have to choose the entity type, that is a legal person, and then entity subtype. So in the entity subtype, UAE public stock company and UAE private company. These are the only 2 options opened, and then as an LLC company, in case your company is an LLC company, you can choose the second option and proceed for registration. Very important point you have to keep in mind. If you have a company in the UAE and branches in the same Emirates or other Emirates, all the branches will be forming part of the main license, and separate registration is not required for the branches. Once you proceed for registration, you can see the financial year to be chosen. So the financial year, for the financial year, you have to check the memorandum of association of your company to proceed for. In case if you are following different financial year other than the calendar year, that is January to December, you can follow the same financial year, but ensure that you have the supporting documents and you are doing the closing of the financial year on regular basis. In the case of individual registrations, the financial year will be January to December. However, as of now, individual registration is not opened. Now, the first stage of the 5 steps registration is over, that is entity details. Now, second stage, that is identification details. In the identification details, the identity of the taxable person is disclosed. What are those? One, license details, second, business activity details, third, the ownership details. All this information have to be filled in. Here, the business activity details are to be entered, and then if you have more than one activity, add business activities, click there and then add all additional activities associated with your license. Now the screen shows the ownership details to be filled in. So owner can be a natural person or a legal person. If you are holding 25% or more ownership in an entity, you have to disclose your name here. Not only the name, the owner type, the name in English and Arabic, Emirates ID number, shareholding percentage, all these details are to be entered. Once you enter one person's name, then if any additional people are there, then you can click add owner button and then you can add additional members. As I explained earlier, if branches are there for a main license, branches need not be registered separately. However, the license detail, activity details and ownership details of each branch are to be added along with the registration as shown in this slide. By now we completed the second step as well. Now we are going to the third step. That is the contact details. In this slide you can see the contact details are to be entered. Provide the registered address of the entity including details such as location, area, PO box, contact number, email ID, etc. If you have more locations, please provide the location where most of the day-to-day activities are carried out. That's end of third step. Once you click next button, you will enter into the fourth step, that is authorized signatory details. Here you can submit the details such as name, contact number, designation, passport details and upload the copy of the passport, upload the proof or evidence of the authorization, that is the memorandum association or power of attorney. Further, you can upload the details of more than one authorized person as well in wherever applicable. That is the end of stage 4 or step 4. Now, once you click next button, then you will go to the final stage, that is review and declaration. Now you can see the review and declaration platform, and what I suggest is you read the content what you already uploaded thoroughly and make sure that it is error free. If there is any change, you can modify and thereafter only you can submit. As the last stage of the registration, there is a declaration, self-declaration. It's a confirmation you are giving to the authority that the information given is true, correct and complete. Once you are confident, click the submit button and the registration is complete. Once you complete the registration, you will get a reference number through your email and you should retain that reference number for your future communication with FTA. Hope you all find this video a useful and simplified version for the registration for corporate tax. If you need any help, any support, please contact our office. They will assist you.